Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to specifically thank each and every one of you who have raised concern after I went missing for 2 days. I can recall there is a lady who called me yesterday night and just made one statement. Kaka, nataka unieleze mbona hauongei. Hey, fans. Fans can be really caring. I have read your messages and your comments on today's video, and I am really encouraged. Wakinichukua nitasema, I'll just break the silence na mukimbie na wao. Mubebe marungu na mapanga mwenda kuwatafuta. But so far so good. I'm okay. Ni homa tu kidogo, but I thank God. Niko salama, niko sawa, sijapelekwa. Kuna mtu alinipigia simu, was it today morning? Kaniambia kaka, roho yangu imetulia kwa sababu I've seen you. That is the love from my fans. Mungu awabariki sana sana sana. I really appreciate, and may God really bless you. There's something I want to say, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when you are the president, you give instructions to the people, and the first law in politics is being loyal to the boss. If you are an employer in a government office, what keeps you in that office is submitting to your authority. And you understand this is not something that is new. Government runs dirty deals. It includes killing people. It includes abducting people. It includes stage managing events. It includes running propaganda to achieve a certain goal. Right? Now, I want to really condemn in the strongest terms possible what the Kenya Kwanza government is doing to the former Interior CS, Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. I'm not condemning it because Matiang'i comes from my community. I am not talking about it because Matiang'i is from my Kisii County. No. I want to try as much as possible to be focused and neutral to this argument I'm making. One, Matiang'i was a servant under President Uhuru Kenyatta. A person becomes a servant when he is loyal to the boss and takes each and every single instructions from boss, right? That is when you become a servant. A servant is simply someone who is used by a superior person, right? Now, whatever Matiang'i was doing in the past regime, those were instructions from the seniors. And Matiang'i's senior was President Uhuru Kenyatta. You do not kill a messenger because that person is only a vessel to transmit information. So Matiang'i was just a vessel where Uhuru could communicate through. So if Matiang'i broke into Miguna's house, that was an order communicated from the president. If Matiang'i was placed as a super CS, si makosa yake, he was just given the duties by the president and given instructions, humiliate William Ruto. That was not Fred Matiang'i. Matiang'i was just a vessel. It was instructions from the president. There is no way Uhuru could tell Matiang'i and Matiang'i tells him no. It has never worked, it will never work, and it won't work in a government hierarchy. That is Ruto knows that well. Now, I have seen the Kenya Kwanza government harassing Fred Matiang'i. Now, I want to warn the Kenya Kwanza government. You must have crossed roads. Is that in English kweli? You must have crossed paths. Yes. Yeah. That's good. With Fred Matiang'i. But put in mind, some things that Matiang'i was doing were beyond his ability. Hata yeye I'm sure vitu zingine akifanya hakuwa anasikia vizuri, but he had to do them because it's an order from the boss. Munapopiga Matiang'i, you are killing an innocent person. Let me put this clear so that it's understood. Matiang'i was an interior CS, a very sensitive ministry. A very sensitive ministry in any country, the Minister of Interior. And this is the ministry in all government, not only in Kenya, in all governments that does dirty deals that you can never imagine on earth. Right? If it's abduction, it is the ministry that does. If it's killing opponents, it's the same ministry that does it. If it's harassing opponents, it's the same ministry that does it. If it's hitting opponents hard, it's the same ministry that does it. So whatever Matiang'i was doing was instructions from Uhuru Kenyatta. So if at all William Ruto or Kenya Kwanza government felt mistreated in the past regime, they should go for the owner of the dog and not the dog. If Kenya Kwanza felt offended in the past regime, they should stop killing the children and go for the father himself. That is Uhuru Kenyatta. Hawa ni watoto na walikuwa wanatumwa na baba yao. Na kama Matiang'i alifanya kosa and Kenya Kwanza feels that whatever the past regime did was wrong, why repeat the same if you're Christians? The Bible tells me, I am a Christian. The Bible tells me that vengeance belongs to God. Revenge belongs to God himself. Not even Jesus revenged. Jesus he has no capacity to revenge. Revenge is only to God, the creator of heaven and earth. If you indeed read the Bible, you bishops and reverends, I'm asking you, why are you revenging? Does it mean you've never read that verse? Does it mean you've never come across that verse? Every Sunday you guys are in church. Does it mean you've never come across that verse? Every Sunday you are raising your hands and worshiping. Does it mean at any point you've never come a verse in the Bible that says do not revenge? I thought the past regime was a marking scheme where the Kenya Kwanza government should learn from that power changes. Even Kenya Kwanza will go home after 10 years. You will expect to have a president who protects you. You could love to have people who could take care of you as a retired president. So if you are doing this now, and presidency is not permanent, power is transient, power expires, power fades. I want to tell you this. I want to speak to the heart of Kindiki. Kindiki, my brother, professor, be very cautious, because your 10 years is not a long time. I want to warn the president. I have no capacity to warn him, but I want to advise. Your 10 years is a very short time. I want to warn the Kenya Kwanza fraternity who power has got into their heads that you should learn a lesson from the past regime. You never know who takes power after 10 years. You never know it's Matiang'i who becomes the president after 10 years. Who knows? Who knew Ruto could be the president? So do not harass people. I like speaking to my friends that treat kindly the people you meet on your way upstairs, because the time you will come down, the same people you met up are the same people you will meet down. Respect and honor the people downstairs, because when you are up and want somebody to move a ladder for you, you must engage the people downstairs to help you move the ladder. Do not disrespect them. 2032 is not far from now. It might seem a long time, but then 10 years is just something small. Tuko karibu kumaliza mwaka. A few months we finish a year from the just concluded general election. So ndugu zanguni, mnapovunja nyumba ya Matiang'i ati kwa sababu aliwakosea, kumbuka na nyinyi mutatoka uongozi siku moja. Let not power get into your heads. Please, Kindiki, let not power get into your head. Please, learn a lesson from Matiang'i. Learn a lesson from the past regime, that things can change within a second. Your enemy whom you hate most can take power anytime. Matiang'i is a young man, and he might bounce back in the coming governments. When you mistreat someone, think about the future. A wise man does not learn from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes committed by other people, not to repeat them. That is a wise man. If Kenya Kwanza is wise, and if they believe that the past regime did a mistake, then the only thing they should do is to learn from them, not to commit the same mistake. If the current president feels that Matiang'i messed them big, they should also not repeat the same mistake. Why? Power in Kenya ends after 10 years. Be very cautious. Right? Matiang'i can bounce back in the coming government. Revenge kaka is what I hate. Mimi siwezi kurevenge, lakini wacha niwaambie hivi. I want to say this as I conclude my analysis. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many people will die. It doesn't matter how many people will remain alive. But as long as Raila lives, there is no human being under the sun in Kenya can take us back to what people paid through blood to get them. Listen again, I repeat. It doesn't matter how many crusades you will be doing. It doesn't matter how many prayer services you will attend. It doesn't matter how many days you will fast. But put this in mind. As long as Raila lives, There is no way under the sun in Kenya you can take us back to 50 years to things that people paid using blood to get us out of them. Be warned that power expires. And before power expires, just know the likes of Gotabaya flew their country just few months ago. They flew the country. That seat is not permanent. Unaweza amuka asubuhi upate hiyo kiti hata iko mtu amechukua. So tread carefully. Wachana na Matiang'i. Na nataka nirudie statement ya William Ruto. One day Ruto told Raila, wachana na Matiang'i. And I'm also repeating the same. As Ruto said that time, I'm again reminding him, wachana na Matiang'i.
Na tushamwambia mheshimiwa former prime minister anashindana na Uhuru Kenyatta, awachane na Matiang'i.
Matiang'i anafanya kazi yake, wachana na Matiang'i. That's what you said years ago. When Raila was hitting Matiang'i, you stood in public na ukaambia watu wa ODM, wachana na Matiang'i, anafanya kazi yake. And I want to repeat to you, wachana na Matiang'i, alifanya kazi yake. Tusiwe watu wa kwenda mbele tena nyuma. Kama ulisema wakati ule Matiang'i alikuwa anafanya kazi yake, na leo tunakuambia sisi kwamba wachana na Matiang'i. Matiang'i alifanya kazi yake, alitoka serikalini, yuko nyumbani. Heshimu wafanyakazi ambao wamefanya kazi katika serikali. Kwa nini? Hata nyinyi mtakapotoka serikalini, mungeomba kwamba mupate watu wa kuwaheshimu. Hauwezi panda maharawe uvune sukuma. Mnachopanda sasa ndicho mtakachovuna. Musiseme kaka sikusema. Mungu awe nanyi. Asanteni sana.